You guys, in today's video, we're going to take you with us as we go camping here in Japan, and so far, it's not exactly starting out as I personally expected.
Whereas I think that this is like a really fun and awesome opportunity. Stay tuned to find out more.
Go, Willa, go! Go, Willa, go! Whee! This is camping, guys.
This is camping for Risa.
Whoa. Happy camper. Or the other choice, which is right next to the dog park. A lot of the tents we're seeing do not have a bottom to them. Where were their blankets? Where were their pillows?
Hi.
Hi. Just stepped out of our car. We are gonna go camping, and I don't think we're very prepared for this trip. You would think based on how packed our minivan is, but looking at me and our girls, and currently Noah's wrapped up in a towel. I don't even know if we brought a blanket. We have sleeping bags, but I don't know if we brought a blanket. And I know we didn't bring pillows.
Okay, we have one blanket, but I was looking at the weather and it was supposed to be like lows in like the mid 60s, highs in like the low 80s, and so I was like, we don't need to bring a ton of extra stuff. Like one jacket will be fine and it'll be nice, but right now it's probably the coldest I think it will be on the trip, at least I'm
hopefully.
hoping.
I like being cold.
You like being cold?
Guys, I like to be cold when it's cold on days.
We've made our first road trip stop here at an amazing viewpoint. We've actually been here before. We just drove through this spot. We were with my family and we just spent a wonderful weekend exploring the Hakone region. And we knew that we would come back again. And here we are. This viewpoint offers an amazing view of Mount Fuji with like the famous lake in Hakone, and it's just beautiful. We're up here high and it's a great first stop on our way to our campsite. Look at the little cute pigs.
It got me spinning like a bottle. You're looking like a model. Technicolor goggles when you're around. I'm counting 10 Mississippi till you're gonna kiss me. Dancing on a tippy, spinning around.
We've made it here to Mount Arumo, which is a volcano that is covered in beautiful grass right now, beautiful green. Fortunately enough, they have put in a little ski lift that will take you all the way up to the top, and it's not really that tall of like a volcano, but it definitely makes it nice, especially on a day like today where we're all kind of feeling low on energy and just want to be able to make it up there. So here we go. What are they doing in here, Willa? Is it on fire?
Yeah, fire.
Yeah. And look, we get to see, hopefully, Fuji-san at the top. Alright, watch your head. Can you hold on to those for a second? Thank you. You ready, baby? Whee! What do you think, sweetie?
Wow!
Oh, so much fun.
Fresh air.
Ah, that's the fresh air. As I was saying, as we were pulling up here, Risa was like, so what are we doing at this volcano? And I was like, well, in my mind, I'm like, well, I think you hike up it. And she was like, I am exhausted. You were up a long time last night. We both were up several times with the kids, and we've just been feeling extra tired lately because we've had kind of a lot going on, just like with work and with just being parents and just
Early
other things.
mornings, yeah.
Early mornings. So when she was like, I have no energy, I was like, so luckily I looked at the map again and it was like, oh good, there's a chairlift. And I'm actually really happy too because this is nice.
This is really nice.
So
oh,
nice here.
Look!
Oh, is it Fuji-san?
There's Fuji-san.
Where is it? I can't even see.
Behind you, right here, Willa, behind you.
It's somewhere over there. I can't. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Fuji-san. Beautiful.
We should clarify. We're doing good.
Yes, we are doing good.
I'm tired because I was up with the girls in the night, and then.
Well, we both were, but you were extra long. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, and that drive here was windy.
Yeah, we ended up accidentally taking the wrong road, which it was still about the same distance. It was just up to the Hakone Pass, and it was like really beautiful views, but very windy. So now we're gonna enjoy this nice, peaceful, slow chairlift ride.
It's steep,
so
like
nice,
already,
but it is steep.
we've got amazing views. Like
Yeah.
the coastal area here is breathtaking, and wow, good find, babe. We should put this on record for you.
We should. This is my first and only trip that I have planned 100% by myself. And when I say all by myself, I literally mean Risa didn't look at anything besides... Actually, nothing on this one, because we had planned to go to a completely different part of Japan. But we ended up going here because closer, beautiful things to see, and, well, if it's shorter time in the vehicle, then it's better, so...
Up top. Let's do more of these.
Yeah.
Almost touch.
Well, what do you think, babe?
Really, really cool. Unlike any place we've ever been to, I mean, I didn't even know grassy volcanoes like this existed, especially with the view from the bathroom. Wow, but yeah, this is really good, babe. You are so cute. You are so cute.
We've got our hands full, guys.
This is steeper than it looks, probably.
What are we
Oops, I can't help falling now.
Well, it is, as Risa said, really beautiful, and today is just perfect overcast and just very amazing views. In fact, we're starting to see more islands. Like, I know that living close to us, there's like Enoshima and other ones, but even from here, there's like a fairly large island several miles out, and then another one even further out. We're not really very far from the coast at all. One thing to mention about the Izu Peninsula is that it's well known for being like a geopark. Tons of different rock formations, types of rocks, because this area was formed by a lot of volcanoes, as you can tell here. There is just a lot to see and explore for outdoor adventurers, which is why we chose to come here.
Acting like we're busy, really we're just happy, roaming around. You got me spinning like a bottle, you're looking like a model. Technicolor goggles when you're around. I'm counting 10 Mississippi till you're done kiss.
Hi.
I got him.
Are you excited to go camping with us?
Yeah,
Are we gonna stay in a tent?
yeah. I'd sleep for 4 days.
4 days, huh?
Yeah.
4 nights?
4 nights.
Yeah. Do you think we're gonna have fun telling stories at night?
Yeah, and I bought some books then because I want to read books at night.
Yeah. Are you starting to read books?
Yeah.
You're really
So I
practicing a lot.
bought books in case.
Willa, what's that big volcano over there?
Those, like 3, like even more than 3 volcanoes.
There's 6 volcanoes right there, including Fuji-san, huh?
I'm so busy falling for you. Oops, I can't help falling now.
Quick snack. Yeah.
Yeah. You love it. Thank you, Willa. Wow. Oh, thank you.
Go, Willa, go.
Go, Willa, go. Go, Willa, go. Yay!
And the squeaky brakes and all.
Yay! Well, you guys, after such a really fun day.
Yeah, we had a really great time seeing some amazing sights, nature, which is definitely up our alley.
I rode my bike all by myself.
And you rode your bike all by yourself. We finally made it to our first campsite.
In the middle of nowhere.
It is only like 10 to 15 minutes away from the coast and some like pretty busy areas. But I do have to say it was a solid 8 to 10 minutes of driving with like no other houses. So we are out here, and not only are we out here in the middle of nowhere, we're the only campers at this campsite.
We have the whole kitchen, porta potty.
He's like, wherever you want, park here. He's like, you want tent there? He's like, yeah, you're good. But I think it's kind of cool, although camping with company is nice.
Not at this campsite.
Not at this campsite, no.
Okay, here's the thing though. It is a really pretty area. And like we're in the jungle, the forest, what would you call it?
Yeah, it is a forest. It's called the forest camp.
Kind of like jungle-esque though.
Yeah, there's definitely tons of birds, tons of insects, and I think half of that reason is probably why you're feeling the way that you are, because in your mind, tell them what you were expecting.
I was expecting like a grassy area with
Palm
a lot
trees
of
and a light breeze, and
just like not a lot of forested, like thick surroundings, because I am a little nervous about snakes, especially poisonous snakes here in Japan. Not just because we have littles, because I'm scared of them too, but especially because we have littles that go exploring, and I love that and I want that, and I don't want to let my fears be too strong. But I think there's a little bit of nervousness being surrounded by a lot of wildlife, because we don't know where the nearest hospital is, and we don't speak the language, and we don't know if it was poisonous or not. Like here in Japan, there's quite a bit of poisonous snake species. Thankfully, not compared to like Okinawa or anything like that. But even the region that we live, if we go hiking, we need to be aware of it. And I have seen videos even on the U.S. Navy base of big snakes. And so, anyways, that's a little bit of a fear. And then it just, it's kind of, I guess, a little eerie being out here at like the end of the campsite where there's no one around. So I'm feeling that way, but also the adventure in me is like, this is really is a cool experience and a really cool thing to have it. It's so quiet and calm, and I want to tap into that side more. So I'm starting to like feel better. I have seen some large spiders already, but yeah, I might not be going too far to be outside of the tent if I have to tonight. And I think once we set up camp, I'm probably just gonna kind of chill in the tent. It's getting late anyways, but this video already was supposed to be about, you know, our first impressions of seeing other Japanese people camping. We've heard that here in Japan, people can get pretty into it. They have really cool devices, like cool camping gear stuff. They love barbecue. Japanese barbecue is fun. We see people do a lot of day camping, so we assumed we would see that with our night camping. We were just gonna, you know, kind of look at the differences between our experience camping in America, Europe, and now here in Japan. But we don't really have anything to see or watch, so that will be hopefully tomorrow or the next 2 nights after that.
Yeah. So a little hindsight, I planned this entire trip from the accommodations to like where we're going, and I feel really good about it. Honestly, Risa does so much of the other planning that I will give like little bits of like feedback along the way, but this one was 100% me all the way, and maybe that's why she doesn't like it as much and why I'm totally okay, but here we are. We originally were supposed to stay 2 nights here, but then after seeing how kind of far away it is from a lot of the things that we were hoping to see, and then in general just, you know, wanting to be able to see what else is out there, we might only stay here for 1 night. But then the next 2 nights is on the other side of the peninsula. I'm hoping that it's not quite like this one where it's like a quite a difficult road to get through. Like our van was fine, but I definitely had to like put it in low when we were going up some of the areas, just because it is like up and down. and then up and down. A little off the beaten path for sure. Not exactly like the best road for a van like ours, and we're thankful that it's not raining because we would be in probably a lot of trouble to get in and out if there was a lot of water for all the mud. Well, I found the brighter lighting there, so that's much better. We are going to make the most of it. This is going to be a really fun weekend. I think that it's going to be a lot of fun exploring, getting to see, like Risa said, what Japanese style camping is like compared to the US and to Europe. So as you can tell, it is nighttime. We're going to be putting the girls to bed, and then we will shortly be going to bed too because it has been a long day getting here and being up very early. You are big, aren't you? Now there's a spider. Hello.
You have your own. One night was enough for us, so Daddy's packing up the tent right now. We're just gonna find a place with a better location, I think. I love you, Willa. And I love you, Noah. But we're filling up our tummies, gonna get some energy for the day because it's gonna be a great day. So you say, I love you? I love you too. Like this?
Yeah.
If you can do it better than me, I can't really put my 2 fingers down. But she can do it. You can do it so well. My voice. Let's go to our next place.
Yes, we're gonna go to the next place, but it is only like 6 o'clock in the morning. One negative thing about camping outdoors is that it's super bright, really early, and the animals, they wake up whenever they want to as well, which isn't really a problem. I really enjoyed hearing a lot of like the birds and like the owl we heard last night and stuff. It's really fun to be so close to nature. But when the crows were waking up this morning, it was like 5 o'clock, and I think that's initially what woke Noah up. The only caveat about leaving here tonight is that we actually don't have a place booked for tonight, so we're going to be kind of doing this a little bit kind of on a hope that we can find a place. And I don't think that that'll be too difficult, although it is going to be Friday night tonight, so probably one of the busiest nights to find a place. Hopefully we are able to find somewhere closer to the beach where we can be a little bit closer to some things, maybe to go and walk and see some things tonight. Wanted to take a second and show you guys that we were up here somewhere, deep into the forest, up the canyon.
They're in helmets.
They're wearing their helmets to school, or walking to school. Kind of interesting. Well, we found a place, and it is beautiful.
This is camping, guys.
This is camping for Risa. But the funny part about it all is as we pulled up here and we found it, beautiful open grassy areas, nice area, we looked across and there was this little boy running towards us, and he was like, whoa, hey.
Oh, look, here's the mountain.
Alicia Beach, ne?
As we were saying before we pretended like we understood everything that was here, we just got a map from the area in Minamizu from here, from the camp owner. But stay tuned for our next video because we're going to be showcasing everything to see in this area. And you guys, we had a great, amazing day. Probably like one of our best days in Japan, I would say, because as far as like nature goes, probably one of our best days. And just looking at that, there's a lot more to do in this area, and we're excited. But as we were saying, as we pulled in, we were like, good, there's plenty of space here. It looks really nice, well maintained. And we were like, perfect, we'll stay here because we're making our way around the peninsula, and it just made sense to try and make our way further along. We pull in, you're looking at the car driving off, huh? She's tired. Yeah, and as we pull in, there's this little boy that starts running towards us, and we're like, we just saw you at the beach and played for like an hour at the beach with this random family who is here visiting on holiday. They're living here in Japan. They're actually from Mongolia. And in their broken English and my broken Japanese, we had a conversation, mostly English, and just kind of got to know each other for a little bit. And then they were like, okay, well, bye, you know. And it was just very ironic that we pulled in to the exact same campsite
as they were on the same night. Kind of wild.
Now Willa has a little bestie and they are having a blast. They're just running all over. It's like our dream of camping. I'm like, yes.
It's perfect.
She's getting nature. We're getting some relaxing time. And she has a friend here on this trip, which is fun. Anyways, we're going to talk more about camping. I've already seen some, I don't know what that is.
It's
like
a sunshade that they're setting up for like food. They set up their sunshade. There's this group of Japanese guys that are over here, and they have spent a good 15 to 20 minutes setting up their sunshade like really well before they even like set up their tent and stuff. We're kind of watch and see any differences in their camping compared to what we are. But first and foremost, we're excited to be here.
Yes, we are eating leftovers from lunch, but it's the perfect dinner, and I can't say it's mess-free, but we don't have to do dishes, which is a plus. Okay, you guys, it's time for us to try these wasabi Kit Kats. Smell, I'm mostly getting white chocolate, which makes sense. I'm hoping these are more on the sweet side. I did try the apple flavored Kit Kat. They were pretty strong, so I'm a little hesitant because I'm guessing this is going to be strong with wasabi. I don't necessarily love wasabi flavor. Whoa. Whoa. It's not like spicy, but it has a strange flavor. Thankfully, it's more sweet, like the chocolate's coming through a lot. The after flavor makes me think that I should try wasabi again, at least in this area because it's grown here and it's known for it. So if I'm ever gonna have wasabi or try it again, this is the country and this is the place to do it. Right here, that's the sunshade we were talking about, and then all of the three of them have their own individual tents. So that's fun to see. There's not like a playground or a specific play area. Did you like that? Well, Noah's a fan of that, huh? No, thank you. Save that for Daddy and Willa. No, thank you.
All right, well, apparently everybody finished the first one, so that's a good sign, but here's my go. I can definitely taste the wasabi in there, but it's subtle. Actually, I'm like kind of a fan. It's not that really sharp wasabi flavor that you're used to when you get like the wasabi paste.
Happy camper. Where are you going? Uh-oh. Oh. Wow, Noah, good job. Yay. Whee. Off?
Off, okay.
Off. Good morning, you guys. It's our second night camping, and currently, yes, I'm in the bathroom. I wanted to give you guys a tour of what the facilities here look like. This is quite dirty. There's quite a bit of ants on the ground here. It could use a good sweep. There is one toilet here. It's a Western flushing toilet, and then there is a sink right here with water, just some sort of like countertop. There is also a little mirror. One thing to mention here is that the toilet is not a complete wreck. For one, it's not really like flushing. Oftentimes it's just like a porta potty, so it's very stinky. In here, there's not a stench, so that's really nice. The other thing I wanted to mention is that they have like a package of toilet paper here, and I also feel like that in the States would likely not be there. You kind of have to be prepared and pack your own toilet paper.
As I'm washing dishes here this morning, it seems to me that a lot of the campsites, they have a good little place to like wash and stuff. This one in particular, it definitely has a lot of bugs, and that's something that we noticed last night. There were quite a few mosquitoes and spiders and just like insects all over, which is expected. It's a very forested area and it's a warmer time of the year, so it's definitely going to be busier with bug activity. But yeah, here we've got like 6 sinks, and then Risa just went through the bathroom facilities, places to like dry your clothes a little bit, electricity in some of the spots as well. Yeah, overall it's not like crazy fancy, but it does all right. And I think one thing to mention overall as a price point is it's kind of surprising in some ways how expensive the campsites are. Now, when we were camping in Norway, and this is what we're using as our most recent comparison, when we were camping in France, Germany, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, a lot of the places, if we had to pay for a campsite, they were roughly about $40, 40 euro. This one was also about that. And that is with a really good exchange rate right now. So I would imagine, that runs us about $38 for that about right now with today's exchange rate. nonetheless, it's nice to have a place where you can come and wash your dishes, and if you're washing your clothes, and you can hang them up to dry. But now we're gonna get up, get going, and go see our next adventure.
My goodness.
Bam, 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 bam. This one is not. This one is more.
Yeah, do you see it has lots of holes in it?
This one.
I want it.
I did treasure.
You got treasure?
Watch.
Oh, yeah.
Close. You guys, we made it to our third campsite. Yes, we are 3 nights and 3 different campsites. So it was not planned to be that way. As we've mentioned to you guys before, we were going to spend 2 nights at one campsite and then 2 nights at the other. But honestly, we're getting really quick with the takedown and put up quick, right? I mean, we feel like it's not a big deal to do it. So it's just been nice to go at our own pace, not feel like we have to like backtrack to go back to a campsite. We're just stopping at locations along the way. So this isn't the place actually that Tanner had made a reservation for. We just found it and there was an availability and we decided to stop because, what? Hi, baby. Because this is the view legit from our campsite. Our tent is right up there and it has this incredible backdrop. I can't even imagine a better one. You wanna come join? So right now we are skipping rocks and we might be nursing because I think that's what little Noah is gonna want. So anyways, we're definitely gonna give you guys the tour and take you with us as we experience a night here.
Not bad for campsite Robin. Not bad for campsite ramen. Here we are the next morning.
Are we being silly? Eating oatmeal on a plate?
Blow.
Oh, good job blowing on it.
I just did a quick little shave here. I was going to go and use the bathrooms, but it's just such an amazing view out here, and I'm right next to some trees, so just did a quick little trim over here, over into the grassy areas and stuff. One thing to mention about the campsite here is that the views are definitely top-notch. It's so soothing hearing like the waves crashing in against the rocks all night, and honestly the backdrop here with like the yellow and the red rocks and the green trees, just like really great contrast, and then you can see out into the bay like the fishing boats coming and going. One thing that was pretty surprising for both of us is that they actually have full bidets, like nice bidets here at this bathroom, which the other ones that we've stayed at, the ones that had the bathrooms, they were definitely just like flush potty. They were definitely just like a flush toilet. I said potty. You know you're a parent when you say potty for toilet. So that was something that we both found quite interesting, huh? Let's check your teeth, let's see how clean they are. Now we both thought that they didn't have showers, but actually these 2 pools right here are the outdoor showers that they have here, and they have like a little hose here, 2 of them that you can come and rinse off if you're like down at the beach. And as I'm walking back to our little tent site here, there was actually a group of people right here last night that they were cooking. And when I say cooking, they were cooking all evening. I think we showed up here probably around 4:35, and they didn't get done until like 9:30 or 10. Definitely a social event to like be cooking. We were very impressed.
Time's up, sorry for the burden. It's looking like we'll hurt you more today, and I don't see the end in sight. Done enough, is the earth still turning?
Oh, fun. We have a little yurt.
So we made it to this beachside campsite, and it is really big, honestly, tons of campers. And I chose a campsite at first, but I don't think we're gonna go with that one because it's right next to the barbecue area. So just showing the few that are available for us to choose from.
Choice number 1, or the other choice, which is right next to the dog park, but close to the tables. Go slow so she can walk over him. Well done.
All right, kids, you having fun? Doing math.
We found it.
We'll go and tell them for the 3rd time which one we want.
Wow.
Keep going. Nice. Look how nicely that went.
We can't seem to see it if it gets in our way. Ignore it if it hurts, but
Oh my gosh. This whole trip I just have looked at her and man, I'm just realized how much I'm gonna miss this. Sometimes it's a lot of work going camping with the little ones, but man, yeah, I'm really gonna look back and miss all this. Tanner and I were just talking about how Noah is like 1 month away from being the same age that Willa was when we moved to Germany, and that is insane. So wild. It goes by so fast. Too fast. It's not fair.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, it's getting dark here. As you guys can see, our girls are finishing up their pho.
Oh. Nice.
Another instant noodles for the win. Man, in the morning oatmeal, at night instant noodles. This is the camp life for us this trip. Anyways, you guys, my mind is kind of blown. I'm gonna give you a little backstory. So when we were at our, let's see, 2nd night, did you want to come and do that? When we met our friends, right, they were leaving and we took a picture with them. And while we were prepping for the picture, they opened up their trunk, and in their trunk they had like nothing in it. I mean, it was so organized, spacious. And Tanner and I literally after they left were like, how do they have so little? Like, what did they sleep on? Where were their blankets? Where were their pillows? They even had a home cooked meal that night, and we were like, where was the cooler? Anyways, so we were like left to wonder. Also that same night, I looked across the street at our other Japanese neighbors, camping friends, and they had a cot. It was like a cot that folded into 3, and I was like, interesting, I think they're sleeping on the cot. Fast forward to the next campsite, and I noticed, we were driving out this morning, and I noticed 2 girls sitting in the campsite above us, and there was no bottom to the tent. And I was like, so interesting. And there was a cot in it. There was 2 cots and no bottom. And I realized a lot of the tents we're seeing do not have a bottom to them. That's so interesting to me. I've like never even thought of tenting that way. I've thought of like backpacking and just kind of, you know, sleeping out in the open. But even then, normally the tents that I see, like they have a bottom. They're almost more of just like a sunshade, like a big sunshade. But there's no bottom, which I love having an all-enclosed one for bugs, snakes, insects, reptiles, amphibians. What other things can I think of? Mammals. I just feel so much peace of mind knowing that it's fully enclosed. And at night there's a lot of bugs out here. Like we're waking up every morning, like our girls have bites on their face and I have them on my feet, and we've tried hard to keep the bugs out, but somehow there's like 1 mosquito that ends up every night, I swear, in our tent. Final thoughts?
Overall, I think that camping, this one was probably our 2nd best campsite that we were in. Best overall for like facilities, I think, but definitely.
Oh, you too.
Well, I think they enjoyed the carts the most out of everything from this campsite. And I think this was my 2nd favorite campsite after the Horse Rock campsite that we were at, the beachfront. That one was pretty nice and just like really Really calming, soothing to have the sights and the sounds there. Overall, camping in Japan has been a lot of fun. It definitely has been different than the US and Europe as we expected, but still really fun. We're starting to find out that there is quite a wide variety of campsites here.
I was surprised to see how many barbecue picnic tables there were on both sides of the camping area, and not only that, but they have a lot of barbecue equipment. So there's places to put the ashes, there's tons of different like brooms and dustpans, that's what I would call them. Just a lot of equipment here, and even one of our neighbors, we realized, was only here for the day. Like, he stayed until it was dark, but then he left sometime. We didn't hear him, he was very quiet, but we woke up and he was gone. So we're thinking he didn't stay overnight. Day camping, where they do a lot of barbecues, is very popular here, and this might be a place we'll come again because it was affordable, not too far from home. So we are going to be headed home after this, and we're excited to sleep in a bed with some pillows.
Thanks again for joining us on this video and camping here in Japan. We hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll continue following along our adventures here in Japan.